Let's go back to The Voice. I went through, I guess, my concerns with Linda Burney in the chamber today. I mean, you rarely see at the top game in Canberra ministers so beholden to a bit of paper. I mean, she's really under pressure. I think that she's a poor advocate. I think part of the poll issue for The Voice, well, Dennis Shanahan thinks the same thing, that she's the weakest link. She's got to improve her sales pitch, no doubt about that. But on substance terms, here's a snippet of where I saw today. I think she really falls down at the dispatch box. Have a listen.
The Voice will not be required to make a representation on every law, policy or program. The Voice will determine when to make representations by managing its own priorities and allocating its resources in accordance with the priorities of First Nations people.
Now, this is where she's really tricky. She says The Voice won't be required to weigh in on everything, but she doesn't say that The Voice won't weigh in on anything. She doesn't say that The Voice will be barred from weighing in on whatever they like. Of course they can. That's the whole point of The Voice. And she's making The Voice sound benign in her commentary, but I think she digs herself into more trouble.
Well, yes, it has the potential to create uncertainty. It's one of those rule-in, rule-out games they're trying to avoid, aren't they? But it does allow the opponent some leeway, the way they're answering questions at the moment. I think they might have to take another look at that. Linda Burney's an old friend of Anthony Albanese. I suspect that's one of the reasons he's wanted her in this job. Malarndirri McCarthy is a better performer at the moment. Linda's been around a long time, let's face it. So it's state and federal level. But I suspect that Anthony Albanese thinks give her the job until The Voice is done and then perhaps Malarndirri gets a promotion or something. Who knows? I mean, Linda Burney might not like hearing that. I have to say there's a lot of optimism in Labor about the Voice. They think it's going to pass. Several of their senior ministers have suggested that to me. I think that's polling based. I don't know if people are telling the truth to the pollsters. I know where the trend's at, Peter, believe me. And I was also going to say, as someone who opposes The Voice, you should probably be arguing for Linda Burney to stay there if you think she's such a poor salesperson.
Oh, I'm pointing out she's a poor salesperson, but I'm not telling them how to fix it other than move her on. Geez, I'm not going to give them free advice. I think your point there on the polling, there is a spring in Labor's step. And I, plenty of experience of internal polling being accurate on election day and published polling being a long way off. I think the trend's against them. But there is a concern I would have if I was in the no camp, strategy room, that you can peak too early in this stuff. And the other mob, the yes camp, have got a lot of money to spend. And if you get the message right, the money makes a difference. So we've got a long way to go in all of this.